You're always lighting up the social discussion today. I think you're like the town crier. People have incredible conversations when you get started on X. You've been doing a lot to correct the record from some of the media and the Europeans about Ukraine and what America has and hasn't done. Tell us a little bit about what's playing on social media and what thoughts you have about Volodymyr Zelensky and, well, that disaster last Friday in the Oval Office.
It's an amazing moment of change. You can feel it in the air. Certainly the social media conversation is a hectic blur right now because Zelensky is someone who's used to having, both on the Democrat side during the Biden administration and Obama administration, but also during Trump term 1.0, a relatively warm or at worst cool reception. Certainly not something as hostile as what spilled over this week. During Trump 1, Trump was actually impeached. Folks recall, I know, John, you know very well, over even thinking about possibly holding up military aid, and to have something as existential as having all of the funds cut, which looks like is in the process of potentially happening if Zelensky does not cooperate in the peace negotiations, is something I don't think Zelensky was ready for. I think what really triggered Trump was the line about the U.S. having an ocean in between us and Russia, and that one day the war would come home. And I think that sort of set off the exchange that heard around the world, where I think what Trump was expecting was sneakiness or some sort of continuation of the status quo. And I think from Zelensky's perspective, what he was saying is just what you typically see in Atlanticist foreign policy establishment white papers around, what insulates the U.S. But I think from Trump's perspective, it was as simple as, oh, you are threatening us, or you are saying that we don't have the cards. It would be one thing if you came with your hat in hand, but the stalling on the minerals deal combined with implying that Ukraine had the leverage because the U.S. needed Ukraine, as opposed to the way Trump and Vance see it, which is vice versa, really led to that exchange that obliterated Zelensky's standing. And now you see NATO and the EU scrambling to try to prop up Zelensky, but without unduly aggravating Trump and unleashing the sort of bullhorns on Europe in the face of this tariff war. So they're doing sort of a tight wire walk right now to try to dance both sides.